Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Nice to be here. We are all working. Everything is great. And it is Monday. It is actually a very special Monday. Today is April 8th. It is the day of the eclipse. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it because I just love the moon and the sun and the stars and the planets in our universe and everything and anything. I really do. I am a big sponge in many ways, and especially with astronomy and space and things in the nature of science and nature in of itself. I'm a big sucker with it. So today I'm looking forward to the eclipse. My kids will be at school. I'm here with my wife, and I'll go outside and I'll check it out. But what I'm really looking mostly forward to is just the fact that it will show everybody that today is just another day, and these celestial events happen all the time. And whether there are more car accidents today or there's an earthquake someplace, not laughing at that, these things happen all the time anyway. We shouldn't be looking to blame something on the stars or the moon or the planetary alignment for just natural occurrences. So today is April 8th. It is the day of the eclipse, and I hope wherever you are, you do get to enjoy this day, and I hope it is a safe day for you. That's the biggest issue for me today. The large crowds, it's always an opportunity for somebody to do something wrong. And that would be the only thing that would concern me about today. Nothing again to do with the moon, everything to do with our actions as individuals, which does kind of lead me into the topic for today. I want to talk about something very important today, and that is the concept of mastering mindfulness. Now, if you're scrolling through social media and you're coming across this live, I definitely invite you to stop for a little bit, hang out, chill out, listen to the conversation. And we're going to have a very unique, special type of a meditation today. So I really do encourage you to stick around and hang out and listen. And if we have some time at the end, as always, we will get to some questions. If there's anything you want to ask about, or there's something going on in your life that you feel comfortable sharing. If not, you can always message me. And before we really kick in, I just want to remind you all I am live every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. New York time. That's Eastern Daylight Time. I'm here. It's always a beautiful conversation. A conversation that is grounding, is about our energy and our lives and our perspectives and our connection to everything and beyond. And we always have a nice, beautiful meditation, and it is something every single person can do. So if you are somebody who's out there and you are consumed by thoughts, you have moments of anxiety and stress, or your world around you, your reality is not just going the way that you hope it would, then I definitely would have to say you right now are seeing the right video. You're here, so stick with me. Because today I'm talking about, as I said, mastering mindfulness. And when we think of mindfulness, we associate it with meditation, we associate it with present moment awareness and being mindful. We are observing, we're being mindful of the world, we're being mindful of our actions. But even those who are practicing mindfulness, how in depth does their mindfulness go? Are they only being mindful when it suits them or when they're aware of it? And are they being mindful about everything or only the specific things that their awareness is bringing attention to at that moment? Now, this is a really good conversation because for me, my personal path, my personal spiritual path, every single day, I am working more and more and more and more on that aspect of mindfulness, of being the observer and maintaining my energetic state of existence. And the only way to truly maintain your vibrational state of existence, your energy, to maintain your calm and clarity, whatever way you want to adapt this into your specific beliefs, the only way to do that is to truly be mindful. And as I just said, are we mindful of this and this? But what is mindfulness? Mindful is being mindful of what you're looking at, what you're allowing into your body. Mindfulness is being mindful of your energy, being mindful of your surroundings, being mindful of the way you are speaking and moving and acting and thinking. You are being mindful of everything that is happening right now in the present moment. But when we are truly mindful, when you get to that point when it clicks and you don't have to train or practice or remind yourself anymore, you are just here in a level of mastery that is just incredible. And I have, every single day, I have those lengthy moments where I'm living in that type of an energy and perspective. But of course, there are things that happen that pull me, and that's where I work and say, shit, I got to fix myself. I got to work on this, or this needs more work. And one of my own biggest issues is, I'll be completely honest with you, one of my biggest issues is the inability to shut up. Okay. If I see something uh, wrong, if I see something wrong, not judging it as wrong, if I see something wrong, if I see somebody being belittling, demeaning, if I seeing somebody spreading lies and just misinformation or completely lost and misguided, I have a hard time refraining from expressing my opinion. I am getting better at it. I am getting better, and I'm talking about comments on social media primarily. I'm getting better with the words I'm choosing, with the where I'm coming from, because sometimes I'll just see people commenting and saying things on social media that are just so out of touch, so mean, so cruel, so racist, so narcissistic, so belittling, demeaning, so just insanely off the charts, right? That I get frustrated that this person is influencing a great many people around them. So my thing, I shouldn't say one thing because we always have more multiple areas to work on. But for me, the one area that I have to focus on right now is the way I let social media affect me. And the cure for me is the result is not looking at social media or being very strict with what I look at on social media. And it's very hard sometimes because I love, like I said before, pages about science and nature. But even on those pages, you will see people just commenting the most insane beliefs and perspectives that they're learning from somebody living in their mother's basement on YouTube who has no clue what they're talking about. So mindfulness, true mindfulness, mastering mindfulness is really becoming aware of everything that's going on in your life, shifting and adjusting and fixing your perspective, disconnecting and distancing yourself from the things that are not aligned with you, surrounding yourself with the things that inspire you, and every single day waking up and bringing your awareness, reminding yourself with mantras, with affirmations, with things tied around your wrist, with little things hanging in your home, constant reminders. Like, I don't wear these because this has a special meaning or this has a special meaning. Three of them are the Four Oceans bracelets. You pay like $20 a bracelet and it goes to help cleaning up the ocean. And one is my little red Tibetan bracelet on, like, I think it means like good energy. Everybody's like, oh, is that the Kabbalah bracelet? No. And that's not what that means either. But anyway, so back to this, like, I don't wear these because I love to wear bracelets or jewelry. I don't. I wear my wedding band, but I don't wear jewelry. I wear these because they are that just when I feel them, when I look at, it's that thing to bring me back to that mindful state that I'm not a human being. These things I'm experiencing and feeling and thinking throughout the day have nothing to do with who I really am. So these kind of help almost bring me back to center. And this is my purpose every day. is being more mindful of my actions. And the way you do this, my friends, is I said, you have to be completely honest with yourself and your life. And you have to take a really good, hard, honest look at your life. And as I've said before a million and one times, you know what you love and you know what you don't like. And if you look around in your life, things, colors, blankets, people, places, things, TV shows, music, all those things that you don't like, all those things that belittle you and demean you, all those things that make you feel sad and depressed are the things you should be moving away from in life, because those negative feelings, those feelings of sadness, depression, and anger aren't there for you to become them. They are there for you to move away from them. They're showing you this person, these words, this event does not feel good. It does not resonate. And here comes the hurt, the pain, the suffering, the anxiety, the depression, the fear, all of it. You're feeling it. But what happens is we stay reliving this, and now we're residing and vibrating in this chaotic energy just because we want to stay in this relationship because we're afraid to be alone. That's nonsense. You'd be better off being alone in that sense. So when you start to feel those emotions, the fear, the chaos, the anxiety about things in your home, your job, your friends, the shows you're watching, the music, the news you're looking at, the things you're seeing on social media, those things, those feelings are telling you run, block, delete, and distance yourself. Because if you don't, they become the blocks, your energetic blocks, the blocks in your chakra. You are creating those points of stress and anxiety and fear and clutter and clatter and inability to speak by what you are allowing into your life. You are exactly where you are meant to be right now based on every choice you have made or every choice you let somebody else make for you. So right now, you have to start making the choices to better your life. And you better your life by moving away from those things and finally giving in and surrendering within to the things that inspire you, the things that you love, the things that make you feel good and uplift you. People, places, and things, TV shows and music and foods, everything that makes you feel better, that brings you joy, that amplifies your own sense of joy is what you should be surrounding yourself with. And when other people go, oh no, you can't bury your head in the sand. What about the homeless people, the starving children, the abused women, the people in God? What about this cause and that cause and this? You can't possibly take part in every motion and movement. But what you can do is better your life, better your energy, and better your perspective, and better what you're projecting out there. And then when you are healed, and when you are grounded, and when you are maintaining that beautiful state of mindfulness, you can then choose in which direction you want to go, where you want to lend your hand out, what you want to take part in. But you will be making those choices from that beautiful, clear, calm, true observer within, not the person society says, not the person mommy and daddy wanted you to be, not the expectations of your teachers and your boss, not the will and perspective of your friends and your girlfriends and your boyfriends, not the wants and needs and temptations of everything you see presented in front of you on social media, from what you want within beyond the noise and information. So, mastering mindfulness. Thank you so much, by the way. I see the hearts and the love on TikTok this morning, and I thank you so much. I say it all the time. That is the most inspiring thing for me to see. You hear me, you feel me. I'm not asking you for anything. I'm trying to help give you the tools and techniques and guide you past those things within. So, you know, my intention is pure and honest and based on kindness and compassion. And when I see that, when you're tapping the screen, whether it's there or here, when I see you tapping the screen and doing that, I feel that love. I feel that, and I understand that is you sending that love and gratitude back to me. So thank you. Blessings to you. Honestly, honestly, may your day and month and year just be filled with abundant joy. Thank you for connecting and completing that circle. And all of you who are listening, and all of you who watch, and all of you who watch the replays, I'm honored. Since I'm a little boy, this has been my dream, to speak and connect with everybody and talk to as many people as I can. And whether it's one of you or 1,000 of you, each person I connect with is a ripple in the pond. And one day this beautiful heightened awareness and loving energy will become the prominent, not dominant, the prominent majority energy on this planet. Right now, it's crazy and chaotic, and we're divided on every level, every level. But people are coming into their own. Nothing to do with the universe and frequencies and vibrations. It has to do with the fact that the technology is showing us we're all the same. We all feel the same way. The technology is exposing all the corruption and all the lies we've been experiencing. And the technology is also showing us that we can chill out and relax. It could do a lot of the work for us. So we are changing. And most importantly, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, this is my word. Honestly, the only place you'll find it is in my first book, Endarkened, Endarkened, the opposite of enlightened. Enlightened is living for love and gratitude and nature and evolution and moving forward. The endarkened mentality is that industrialized mentality, living for now, for only their lifetime, for monetary greed and power, destroying the land, water, sea, and air, and holding society hostage for their own greed. That is the endarkened society. And what's happening is, for thousands and thousands of years, we have lived in this version of society that somebody else created. And we have just handed down this way of life. We live on a planet that provides everything we need for free: land, air, water, food, fruits, vegetables, everything. But we've lived in this crazy ass version of society. And now the youth, the technology is starting to see a different way. They're starting to speak their voices more. And most importantly, that old, decrepit, and darkened, industrialized mindset is dying off. Granted, they've got their proteges, they've got their children, they've got those that they hand those ways and traditions to, but they are becoming the minority. The government, the politicians, the billionaires. Why do you think they want to shut down this app? It's not because of some national security thing. It's complete nonsense and BS. It's because of this. It's because of what I'm doing right now. Speaking truth, handing you keys and tools and techniques that will help liberate you and your mind from the shackles of society and the created version of society that we had no say in. But every day now, when you open your eyes in the morning, you're here again. You say thank you. And what you do, everything you see and feel and taste and touch, is going to influence your next step. Right now, think of this. Every thought and emotion that you have, that cycle, a thought happens, the emotion rises, that emotion now triggers more thoughts in line with that. More of those emotions rise up, more thoughts happen. So you're living in this constant cycle and cyclone. What happens when you stop that and when that's not influencing you anymore? What do you think is happening inside your head? That's right. Nothing. Nothing. You're not thinking about anything. You're not worrying about him or her or them or it. You're not wanting anything. You're not looking around the room going chair, floor, carpet, wall, light, camera, phone, computer, microphone. You're not narrating things. You're not talking to yourself. You're just here. And you feel content. You feel calm, peace. You feel whole. You there's need for purpose and want and need or to fill expectations. There's no need to think and solve and wonder, and there's just being. And that literally is. And some people were like, well, that's boring. Really? Really? Let me tell you, when I'm here, everything is there. Everything is clear. I don't have to think about an individual thing because it's almost like you know everything. And I don't mean I know everything in the literal sense, but you are just completely content and it's blissful. And that's why meditation, that thing that so many people think they can't do and they can do, and I just proved it yesterday in a video. Proof everyone can meditate. Big words on the video, right? That it is the key because you sit there and you observe your thoughts. You give your conscious mind that opportunity to look at the storm, to see the storm, to feel how the storm affects those emotions. And the more you do it, you realize, oh, I can shift my perspective, change that. I can breathe and calm those down. And then you realize, as I've told you a dozen and more times, that you realize there is a space and an existence between the thoughts. And you start to become aware of that. You see the thought, oh, there's the ex-girlfriend, she broke my heart, or my ex-boyfriend, he did this to me. My dog is dying. The pool's opening. My friend's coming to visit. But wait a minute, what is that? There's this moment between the thoughts. And when you start to focus on that and your breath and you're just observing that, you let the thoughts peacefully come. Okay, oh, that's how that affected me. That space gets bigger. That space gets bigger. That space gets bigger. And one day you're closing your eyes and you're just sitting in this beautiful space of nothingness. And here's what happens when you shut up and you stop the thoughts and everything going on in your mind. When I meditate, it takes me about 15 to 20 minutes to really get into my groove. I have great meditate, relaxing, but for me to transcend and go places, it takes beyond that. When your mind is completely quiet and you're just looking within the mind's eye, observing that nothingness, you start to see. You start to move. You start to travel. There is imagery. There are visions. There is motions. There is colors. There is shapes. There is figures. And the longer you stay in there, the more you see, the more you are exposed to, and the more you experience, and the more you transcend human consciousness and fall back into what you really are, a celestial energy of awareness. That's it. Beyond being, beyond planet, beyond. No, I'm Pleiadian. No, I'm Arcturian. No, that is a vessel on another world just like human. You are a energetic awareness in its simplest form, inhabiting a vessel. So I don't care how many lives you've lived or are going to live or how many aliens are talking to you. Inside of you, connected to you and beyond here, is your infinite awareness that has lived multiple lives then and will, and you are connected to all of it right now. And the more mindful you are, the more time you spend within, the more time you shift your perspective, the more time you spend shifting your perspective on all of those things that have been causing you fear and anxiety and stress and hurt and pain is how you will change. I'm sorry. And I know, like I was saying before, sometimes I just can't help but comment and call somebody out on their bullshit. It's the same thing with the hand waving nonsense on social media. The same thing with people hitting singing bowls with no guidance or hitting gongs with no guidance. I'm not saying these things don't have their place, but they on their own, just like a crystal, is not doing anything. The guidance, the work you are doing inside, and the shifting of your perspective on those events and actions is the epitome of healing. And everything else on top of it is absolute nonsense and a waste of your time and bottom feeding parasites. And I know I shouldn't be harsh and judging like that. But come on. We live in this version of society where we can look back and see the spiritual manipulation abundantly clear. Why can't you use that same awareness that you look back on the olden times with today? Because it's no different. That person is not going to heal you. And I know I really just shouldn't even pay attention to it. I should ignore it, and I shouldn't even talk about it. But many of you take part in that. And you invest more time watching that and more money in that than you do with even simply closing your eyes and breathing and looking at your own thoughts. Look at that person that hurt you. Who abused you most in your life, right? You're going to go to therapy. You're going to spend thousands of dollars. You're going to go to healer after healer after healer after healer after healer, trying to forget that moment. And you're never going to forget it. You're never going to forget it. We can only shift our perspective. And the only way you can shift your perspective on a person who hurt you, I have been physically, mentally, and sexually abused by my mother, sister, and father. Not all of them doing it. They each had their own special technique. But I have endured abuse. I have made stupid mistakes. But when I look back at them, myself, first of all, you want to forgive yourself for your past mistakes? It wasn't your fault. At that time, you made that mistake. That was who you are based on everything you had experienced and were manipulated into believing at that point. When you hurt that person, lied, cheated, stole, when you fucked up, at that point, that's what you thought was the right thing to do, or that was the only thing you could do based on your current perspective. But you moved past that. You're here today so you can look back at yourself on your mistakes and forgive yourself because you were lost, misguided, and broken and learning. And if we can embrace that truth and acceptance for ourselves, then mommy, daddy, sister, ex-girlfriend, whoever hurt me or hurt you, you can embrace forgiveness. You can change the fear and anxiety, the hurt and resentment and bitterness to a lighter energy, compassion, understanding, sympathy. You're not going to forget. You're not going to forget. But forgiving doesn't mean forgetting or loving them. Forgiving means just letting go of those heavy negative energies and changing them to lighter ones. And you do it for the same reasons. That person who hurt you, abused you, belittled you, demeaned you, was lost and broken and misguided. And at that point in their life, that was the only way they knew how to react and respond. You were there. And guess what? You know why it happened to you? Because you were strong enough to take it. You are here to thank you. You're here today. You got past it and you moved past it. It does not define you. It does not hold you hostage. Only your reflection and thinking about it does. So there's a key. That thing I just told you about forgiving yourself and others is priceless. You will go to therapy for years and they'll never even present it to you like that. You will see these hand wavers and these healers and these charlatans all the time on social media, and they will never ever tell you how to shift your perspective. A block in your throat chakra, as I've said to you before, it's not because some universal energy flew into your throat. It's because in your life you have been invalidated, belittled, and demeaned, and made to feel that your voice doesn't matter. And you don't have that confidence and sense of security to speak up for yourself and live the life you want. And that block affects everything else. But it's there because of something that's in here and something that's in here, not out there. And this isn't going to do shit. Your mindfulness is. Your will to better your life is. and your daily discipline in taking part in things like this that remind you of it, bring your awareness to that truth, and give you the tools and techniques to do it. And I thank you for the hearts and the roses and the gifts. And as I say 101 times, you are not obligated to give me anything. This is not about me wanting something from you. This is not about supporting me. I will use those pennies or those percentages. I save them all in a piggy bank, and one day I will open my meditation center, my free meditation center for all walks of life everywhere. But you're not obligated to give me anything. This isn't about walking my path or joining my church or cult. I'm here to help you find yours, to find your home within, to trust and listen to that guidance within, and know that you are divine. You are connected to everything. You, the homeless person in the street, and Jesus and Buddha are all one within one. You are all one within one. We are all a part of the same creation and the same energy. And if we can better our lives, if we could be better today than we were yesterday, then we are shining that light around us for everyone. And I'm telling you, man, taking the time every day to sit, focus on your breath, relax your body, and let everything be, especially your thoughts, is the way home. I'm going to read that at the end. I see a bunch of you guys typing this morning. So let's do something now. It's 10:32. I'm sorry. I didn't want to talk this much this morning. I really feel bad that sometimes I just talk so much and I utilize up so much time and the meditations are short. But today I want to talk to you about something. We're always talking about meditation and we're always closing our eyes. And you don't have to close your eyes in meditation. Just like when you're daydreaming, which I refer to as natural meditation, because it is. It's something taking over your conscious mind and shutting you down for a moment. You're just staring at oblivion. You didn't consciously, willingly do this. Something else, that true essence inside, said, shit, man, enough is enough. Chill out. And it pulled the brakes, and you're sitting there staring out the window, just drooling on yourself in this beautiful state of blissfulness. That's meditation. You're just letting everything be as it should be. You're not judging. Everything's clear. You're just there, man. Right? So that is like a beautiful natural meditation. And we can do this with our eyes open. So the anchor that we've been practicing with meditation is just focusing on the breath. If we close our eyes, looking at the mind's eye is a great one for me, but just focusing on the breath, feeling the breath go in, feeling the belly or the chest expand and contract, feeling the breath go out. If your eyes are closed, you can visualize the tip of your nose and pretend you see the air going in. And when your mind wanders into thought, when you're thinking about all that shitty moments and all the other things you have to do, and then you realize, oops, I'm supposed to be meditating, you just simply redirect your focus back to your breath, and you let those thoughts just keep going, and the sounds around you and sensations in the body. You let everything just be, and you breathe. But we usually do this with our eyes closed. We can do the same thing with our eyes open. It's really just kind of relaxing your gaze, looking down almost at like 45 degrees in front of you. So if I say get into a comfortable position, I'm going to show you something. I'm putting my legs down as if I'm sitting in a chair right now. This is a comfortable position. So you can sit however you want. For this, though, I would suggest sitting up, not lying down. Although if you are lying down and want to lie down and your head is back, or just your head's in a comfortable position, just relax your gaze. Don't force your eyes to look up, left, right, down. Just relax your gaze at like 45 degrees in front of you. Pick a spot in front of you, a cup, the fiber of the carpet, whatever. Just pick something in front of you and let your gaze kind of go through it. You see the object, but you're not focusing on the object. You're letting your vision kind of just go around and open and completely absorb everything, even though you're staring in that one specific direction. Go ahead. Stare. And just like when we close our eyes in meditation, you can feel this sense of stillness and disconnect because you're not focusing on the exterior world anymore. You are still within. Our eyes are open, but we are within because we're just letting ourselves openly observe. No judgments, no expectations. I can hear my bird upstairs. I can hear the hum of the heater in my room. I can't block out those sounds. I let them be. The same thing with thoughts. Even though I'm staring ahead, observing into the nothingness, just blissfully looking, thoughts rise into my head, and I just return myself to that open, empty gaze. You can do this anywhere and everywhere. Now, let's begin to incorporate our breath. Breathing in, expanding the belly. Take a deep breath in. Relax into the breath for a moment. And then as you exhale, notice any areas of tension, stress, discomfort in the body, and adjust. Exhale, alleviate those moments and places of stress and tension. Continue to breathe on your own. Deep breath in. Just relaxing. No expectations, no judgments. Just staring, letting all sounds be, letting everything be as it should be. Just observe and breathe. As you observe and you're breathing, your mind and your eyes are just open, looking out at everything. Begin to feel your body scanned from the top of your head all the way to your toes, searching for more discomfort, more tension, more areas where you can lengthen and straighten your body. Breathing in, relaxing the skin on the face, the cheeks, the eyes, the forehead. Breathing in the neck, the shoulders, all the way down to the chest and the back. Just relaxing the body. Breathing in, exhaling, relaxing the arms, the stomach, the lower back, all the way down to the hips. Breathing in, moving our way down the hips, the groin, the thighs. You can feel your body sinking into the seat even deeper. Another breath in, relaxing the feet, the toes, the ankle, and the heel. One deep, big breath in, filling the body. Exhaling like a sigh of relief, relaxing the entire body. Let go of the breath. Gently let the breath return to normal. Continue to stare into nothingness, eyes open. Let your breath relax, coming completely back to natural. Take a deep breath in. Raise your head and your eyes. And exhale. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. Eyes open, eyes closed, sitting down, sitting up. There is no excuse for you not to be taking moments like this throughout your day. And we just started this at like 10:30, 10:31. It's like 10:40, 10:41. So that's 10 minutes. That's definitely a micro meditation. And you can thank you so much. There you go. Instagram's waking up with the heart. See, if you tap the screen, you're showing me you hear me and you feel me. And we're sharing that love and completing that circle. And we're shining that beautiful light right now together out there to the collective for everyone. But my friends, this is why I'm here every day, because I know some of you are forgetting and you're being complacent and lazy and you're procrastinating and you're tired and you're exhausted and you're distracted and you just don't have somebody there to hold you accountable or to be there every day in your life to provide this resource. I'm here. I know some of you, I must be a pain in the ass to see. There definitely has to be people out there who are sick of seeing my face. I've been doing this for 12 years on social media, and I don't plan on going anywhere. As a matter of fact, now I'm on social media more than ever because I'm live every single day, and these videos are available on all of my social media outlets, which you can find by clicking that and going to the Linktree link. And while you're there, my friends, as I say all the time, you can download my first book for free. I uploaded the Book of New Light to Google Drive. It's a PDF, no data collection, no money, no email. You click the link and it opens right up. And I promise you this, if you take the time, go click it when we're done here. Read, scroll to any page and read 5 pages. I guarantee you, if you read 5 pages, you will go back to the beginning and read the entire book. And you'll finish it in about 2 hours. And yes, it will change your life. I guarantee it. That's not egotistical speaking. It's just fact. Other than that, my friends, let's see if anybody, what we have to say. It's so hard to read on some of these apps. Okay, hold on. What do we got here? I'm going to try and decipher this because it gets so jumbly. Thank you for sharing the truth. You are more than welcome. Thank you for being here with me. Crude of the Natalie. Hey, how are you? Thank you, Jay. Much love. No, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Much love to you. D. Masa. When I get to this point, I become so relaxed, I start to fall asleep. How do I stay awake? You don't. You don't. Listen, that's the other thing. There's no rule about staying awake. If you're meditating and you are getting to a place where you become so relaxed that you fall asleep, that's okay. It just means your body needed that rest and it took that relaxed opportunity to take it. It's okay. The more you do this, you'll stay awake. Don't, what did I say? No forcing. That's not only thoughts and sounds, that's no forcing, no blocking, no expectations. Everything everything is as it should be. So you just sit there, you relax. Now, if you're laying down, that's a tough one because you could fall asleep a lot easier. But for me, sometimes here's what helps for me. One, sitting up. When I sit up and I don't lean back, I tell people all the time, you can lean back, you can rest your head, it's totally cool. When I sit up like this, my spine is supporting me, but I'm mindfully maintaining my position. So I'm staying awake. Also, I have 2 ruptures in my neck between C4 and 5 and C6 and 7. I've never had fusions. They were diagnosed about 9 years ago. I go, stretching and I do chiropractic and stuff. I may have to have the surgery at some point, but not today. But I'm always in pain, always. I always am in constant pain. And it's always running down this trapezoid here and down to my shoulder. Right now, I'm talking to you, and it feels like there is like a knife sticking in my trapezoid, and it feels like there's a knife poking me in my shoulder. But as I say to you all sensations. I breathe into it, I move. So for me, when I'm meditating, that discomfort is there. I almost use it like we use the breath sometimes as an anchor, but don't worry about it. To get to the short answer, it's totally okay. Thoughts are okay, sounds are okay. And if you're falling asleep, as I said, it just means that your subconscious mind was able to take control over your conscious mind and said, we need a little rest. Let's fall asleep. It's a beautiful thing. It's a great thing. It's a great thing. Let's see. Yes, beautiful light. All right. And then we got a thank you over here. Whoops, what am I doing here? What? Real-time performance. I don't need to see that. YouTube. Now I'm sitting by the tree in silence. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to, okay. That's beautiful. Sitting by the tree in silence. I'm going to go sit outside by a tree in a little bit too. Like I said, it's a gorgeous day here today. It's like 60 degrees in Illinois. It is completely clear blue skies. The sun is shining big, and I am kind of in the path of totality. Illinois has that path of totality. So I'm going to get a pretty good look at the eclipse. And like I said at the start of this, don't worry about it. It's Monday. It's just a day on a calendar, Monday, but it's just another day. The celestial happenings happen all the time. The only thing that's going to make today a bad day would be the actions and events of other humans. And you have a choice to do the right thing and be a good person today and be mindful of your surroundings. Aside from yourself, mindfulness, mastering mindfulness, is also being mindful of your surroundings, my friends. So be safe, be kind, and my friends, I will see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. New York time, Eastern Daylight Time. We will have a beautiful conversation tomorrow and a meditation. And remember, as I said, every single one of these videos are available to watch on replay. Just click that link and go to any other social media outlet of mine, and you will see it instantly on there. Other than that, have a beautiful day. Thank you for being here with me. I will see you soon. So we got to say goodbye here first. And then we could go goodbye.